Lay here with SWOSUathletics.com. Today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Southwestern football standout Terrance Franklin. He's a free safety here. Thank you so much for sitting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on the win this past weekend against Southeastern State. It was a really cold game, weather-wise, but it was a really good game nonetheless. Did the weather play any part in the game? Like, was that something you guys were worried about, like rain? Because there were chances that it could rain. Was that something you guys...
They told us it might rain. It's gonna be a little cold as the game go on. I mean, we just practice, stay warm, keep moving on the sideline, so it really didn't affect us that much. So they told us, so we mentally prepared for it too.
Right. It was a really exciting game. Late in the second quarter, you had a 97-yard kick return, which was very exciting for us watching up top. I almost lost my mind. But at what point, when you were running, did you think, I can take this all the way? Because it was kind of a gradual progression. We were like, oh, and then you just went all the way. So at what point were you thinking, like, I can take this?
When I cut back on the 40-yard line across field, and then I just saw some blockers, I just kept pushing my feet, kept pumping my arms, and I was like, yeah, I could take this one. And I just took it to the house for us.
Yeah, it was a very phenomenal play on your behalf. This week, you got the GAC Special Teams Player of the Week. So congratulations on that. I think that's an awesome award for you. Talk a little bit about that, how you feel about that.
I mean, it feels great to be recognized through the whole conference. I mean, it's like an award that stands out. Like, I always wanted to do special teams. I always wanted to show that I could do something special. By getting this recognition, it helps me. It helped me build my confidence for this week, so I can take another one back to the house for our team to get a state W.
Nice. There's talk from your coaches about you in the beginning of the season and in preseason recommitting yourself to football and kind of rededicating yourself and working extremely hard. Talk about that process and kind of what made you say, I'm going to recommit myself to this and work extremely hard.
We found a love for football, like all the running, the lifting weights. Like over the summer I lift weights like 5 days a week, and then I just kept pushing myself. And then you gotta stay hungry in this sport. And I guess I felt kind of full after last season, so I found more food. I got more hungry, so that's what I did.
Awesome. So this week is homecoming week here at Southwestern. You play East Central this weekend. Homecoming's a big week in any college, so it's going to play a big part in, the atmosphere in the game for Saturday. Is homecoming playing into how you're preparing personally? Is it like a bigger deal, or is it just like it's another game, trying to get another win? How are you preparing for that?
We try to keep all the outside noise out, but I mean, everybody knows as the week goes on, it builds up. Like, we want to show off in front of our crowd. We want to show them who we are and get that W for everybody. So homecoming plays a little part, but we try to just go to it as like another game. But homecoming, yeah, it's pretty big here.
Oh, awesome. So homecoming it's going to play a part as far as like the crowd goes and stuff like that. But are your coaches saying anything like, keep it calm because I know it's homecoming and you want to...
They mainly just try to keep out the outside noise, stay focused on the game. Really, don't try to get in no trouble, don't do nothing to affect the team. Just stay positive and keep calm, keep your head focused.
Right, so you're a senior this year. What are your plans after football's done, after Southwestern's done? What is Terrance Franklin going to do? I'm
going to go back to Texas first. I'm going to go back to Texas. I'm a park and rec manager. I want to work with juveniles to counsel them, help them get them on the right track, do the right things, get them out of young. Maybe I can change a couple of lives. But I want to impact the world some way, so I might as well stop with crime. So,
yeah.
But that's what I'm going to do after school, after Southwestern's done.
So you think you're going to be done with football after here? Are you going to try and go as far as you can with that?
If I get the opportunity, I'll take it. I mean, it's a shot at your dream, so might as well take my shot. So if it comes, I'm going to take it. If it doesn't, I mean, I had a great career.
Yes, you did. Well, congratulations again on the win last weekend, and good luck this weekend against East Central for homecoming.
Thank you.
And do you.
I will.
John Liddle here for SWOSUathletics.com. Very pleased to be joined by one of the offensive guards for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. Mack Cannon is with us. Mack, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Really good to have you, and good to see you guys with some great offensive success over the course of the year, but then also this past week, really good fourth quarter effort. Why have you guys been so good as a team in the fourth quarter this year?
I think it's just like especially different from previous years. Is just pulling together just as one is just. I mean, we work so well as a team this year than any years I've seen in the past. This is my 4th season, and I mean, it's just fourth quarter comes around, and when we're in it, we just decide that that's when we're gonna push, make that final push, and we're so good at that.
When you say working together as a team, it sounds like you mean not just offensively as a unit, but offense, defense, and special teams all working together, kind of feeding off each other.
Absolutely, I think it's just there's a lot of in this Southeastern and Harding, it's just a lot of encouragement when we come off the sidelines, and I try to be there, when the defense is coming off, and be there, we're about to get out on the field, and I want to be there for them when they're coming off and they made a stop or something, make sure they know that I'm right there for them, the best I can do, and going to go out and do what I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking with Mack Cannon, offensive lineman for the Southwestern Bulldog football team, and going back to last week against Southeastern, some big offensive plays as far as just long yardage plays. What's the difference for you guys when you're able to give Dustin just a little bit of time to let routes develop and find some things downfield? What's the difference there between being able to do that and obviously where he's got to check down?
It's incredible. It's just when we have a good set on the defensive line and we're just there, that's when he's able to step up and make those big plays. And I mean, when he's making those plays, the whole line's making those plays, and it's just the best feeling. He had Ryan Corbin for a ton of yards and great catches, and we're just right there with them, and it's the best. It's awesome. That's
a fun place to win, going down to Southeastern.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like that's one of your biggest rivals right now in the conference?
Absolutely. I think that's the one that you want to win when you're looking into your schedule.
Sure.
That's one that you definitely want to, and also this one coming up against East Central. Those are the two big ones, and having back to back is it's pretty exciting going in with a win against Southeastern.
Yeah, you guys have done a good job staying focused even through losses this season, but to have that win and being able to build on some momentum, things like that, things clicking last week, what does that mean going into East Central with you guys having put 37 on the board last week?
I think it's huge. Definitely if you look at the fact that if we had lost, that would have been our 3rd loss, and it would have been 3rd loss in a row, and it would have been hard to keep that or to get any momentum out of that. But to have this win going in there against the rival is very big, and they're coming in hot also. They've got 2 wins strung together, and they're going to come in ready to go, and so I think it just makes for a really good game that's going to be played Saturday.
Especially the first couple games this season, the crowds have been phenomenal at home.
Absolutely.
For you guys, and I don't know how you feel that compares to previous years. There's always factors, weather, things like that, but you guys really have had a home field advantage when you've played at home this year, haven't you?
Yes, definitely, and I couldn't appreciate it more. I mean, it's the best, especially my freshman year, coming in, and we were struggling a little bit towards the beginning of the season, especially, and that's just, it starts to drop off, and it's tough, but over the years, I mean, the fan base, it just continues to climb, and it's such a tremendous factor, I guess.
Absolutely.
And it helps so much.
Yeah, and on top of that, homecoming and everything, a lot of reasons to come out to Southwestern Oklahoma State this week and watch Mack and these Bulldogs play. Thanks for your time, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's Mack Cannon, offensive lineman for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. We've got homecoming football on Saturday night. You got to be out there at Fast Lane Field for a 6 o'clock start against the rival East Central Tigers. John Liddle for SWOSUathletics.com.